Hi subscribers, hi viewers. As you live in Beijing, I'm sure you'd have seen that a lot of foreigners that live in most parts of China and Beijing in general do cycle a lot of times. Why do we choose to cycle instead of buying cars, instead of owning cars? For this instance, I want to talk about Beijing, not other cities or other towns. Beijing is one complicated place to own a car. Owning a car, it actually costs a lot of money to own it, to store it, and to maintain it. Although living in Beijing all this time, I've not seen a foreigner owning a car, but I know of somebody outside Beijing, a foreigner that owns a car, but that's not in Beijing. Okay, well, why do we need to cycle? As you can see, wherever you see we foreigners cycling around Beijing and traveling around Beijing or community around Beijing, the most preferred mode of transport is cycling. The most preferred form of transport is cycling. We do cycle a lot and we do travel a lot. It don't mean that we have limited mobility. The second form of transport preferred by foreigners living in Beijing, I will say, is the subway. Both cycling and the subway are very, very, very convenient. Oh, I'm just going over there. I can proceed straight and come back the other way around. Yeah, let me go straight instead of just going around. So we do prefer cycling. Sorry, I need to turn back and follow the gentleman. So let me just make a U-turn here. Let me just make a U-turn here. I'm cycling with my daughter at the moment. Yeah, so why do we prefer cycling? It is convenient. One, it is safe. As you can tell, I'm cycling. They've got wide, when I'm saying wide bicycle lanes, which are safe and convenient. So I think if I had time, I would have just gone over there in the park. There is people dancing and enjoying themselves. That's actually the morning park culture. Let me just stop here and film it for you. So these are all people doing their morning exercise, which is group dancing. Different kind of group dancing, which you know. Now I'll talk about the subway. The subway is convenient. Like I said, if you get lost in Beijing, when you come to Beijing, the best and the first thing you should know is knowing your nearest subway station. And by knowing your nearest subway station, you need to know the direction from your nearest subway station to where you reside. Because all the subways in Beijing, you will need to change maybe once. I can say once in most cases, to connect to your line. And when you connect to your line, you will know where you're going when you get off your subway station. And the other way is public transport, is buses. Buses. There's more buses in Beijing. There are a lot of buses. And they are convenient too. And it's actually safer to travel by buses in most cases. And a lot of people do that. Do travel by buses. But the issue of buses is it's very difficult to connect, and the language barrier will limit you. So now the other thing is taxi. Of course, you can get a taxi. There's a lot of different types of taxis. There's the Didi taxis. There's other forms of taxis like private taxis, like the Uber type style of taxis, and the Beijing taxis. Just in case you wonder how I cycle with my daughter, we bought this item that we can just take it off when we get to where we're going and leave the bike here. So in the process now, I'm just locking the bike. That will show on my phone that I've left the bike. So yeah, as I was saying, the bus, the taxi is the other form of transport which is convenient for most people. But I don't find it necessary to use a taxi all the time because of sometimes the waiting time, and you don't have the freedom. As I work in the house, I prefer to cycle and get some fresh air and really enjoy the scenery. That's the other thing that I use. And I'll be moving to Tianjin, and when I get to Tianjin, we'll be getting a car with my wife, and we'll show you the process of owning a car, because she does not own a car, although I've owned a few cars, not in China. So I'll have to go through the process of owning a car in China. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment.